And welcome everybody to my queer view. I thought I would play a little Super Mario and talk a little while I'm watching American Dad. We'll turn American Dad down just a little bit. So I guess I'm going to turn on a couple of the sheets. Okay, here we go. We will start out with a new. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? I think there are some new things going on. Uh, Once I finish this level, I will grab my tablet and pull up some headlines to talk about while I'm a little slow. He said, "Please tell me we're still talking about stealing." That's funny. I really enjoy American Dad, you guys. I really enjoy it. They'll be picnic, and I don't know what is up with both of my dogs. They have an obsession with simply the couch at times. We had a busy day. We went to shows and played with Jesse and Loki and Mojo for 2 or 3 hours today. So he's quite exhausted from this game. However, we haven't really done much except for play on the couch, which I'm grateful for because he is so super active, hyperactive. I guess is what I meant to say. I mean, he's still young. He's only 9 months old. I mean, pugs in general have a lot of energy. Puppies in general have a lot of energy. So you combine the two, you get little crazy Buddha boy. Okay, we are done with this level. So let's go pull this up. We will pull up the camera so you guys can actually see me and little Buddha. Da, 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 da. What do we need? What do we need? What are we gonna do, guys? Oh, I'm gonna do. Here, let's go ahead and we'll mute this. Oh, really laggy. The sound is extremely laggy. So we'll go ahead and mute that completely, guys. And let's see. We'll go ahead and pull up. I guess I should bring the microphone a little closer so you guys can hear me a little better. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up MSNBC or the NBC app, and we will see what the what's in the headlines that we can discuss. Oh, no, I don't want Pal Talk. Lay down, little Buddha. He's got his little pink shirt on today, looking so handsome. Well, I can't seem to find it. I don't know why. There we go. They've updated it and changed the icons, and I could not seem to find it. There we go. Grab a cigarette. I'll grab this. Bring it right around so I can read it. Oh, let's see there. Oh yes. So the Supreme Court is allowing the abortion bill to stay on the market for now, anyway. So that is fantastic. I was a little worried about that. So I'm glad that has happened. Let's hear what MSNBC has to say about it. Let's see what this. Oh. All right, let's get back to the game. We're going to full screen it again.
Has just weighed in on another pivotal and consequential question in the nation's divide over abortion. The justices tonight deciding what's next for a Texas court ruling that said the FDA's 23-year-old approval of a commonly used abortion drug is no longer valid. A ruling temporarily paused from taking effect up until now. That has had the potential to impact medical abortions, even in states where abortion remains legal. Senior legal correspondent
It's
Laura
absolutely
Jarrett
horrible
standing
what
by
they're
with
doing.
details.
I'm glad that they have approved
Hey,
the
Lester, good evening. Just minutes ago,
the
U.S. Supreme Court
overall
issued an order to keep a widely used abortion pill on the market. The justices had flatly blocked that lower court decision from Texas that had invalidated the FDA's longtime approval of mifepristone and would have made the drug substantially harder to obtain. Now, Thomas, Justice Alito dissenting to that decision from the rest of their colleagues. The FDA and the drug maker had strongly urged those justices to step in, warning essentially if they hadn't stepped in, all manufacturing and distribution of this drug would have come to a screeching halt. But for now, women can continue to receive the pill by mail and use it until 10 weeks into their pregnancies while this case continues to play out in the court below. Lester, the Biden administration just issuing obviously a statement praising it. The groups that had filed this suit originally had claimed that the FDA ignored safety risks, something that the FDA and the Biden administration could push back on very strongly, Lester. All right, so Laura, legally, what happens next? Next steps here. Okay, so now the case will head back to a federal appeals court for further evaluation of the merits of the lawsuit. This Supreme Court decision was just a temporary issue just because it came up so quickly. Now the case will head back to a 3-judge panel on the Fifth Circuit. Mostly conservatives, but we don't know who exactly
he's
on that court
over there
will
playing
hear
with this
case
wash
now that
rag.
it's back there, Lester. All right, Lord.
Just rolling around playing with it, like absolutely adorable. I am in love with this dog, you guys, like for real. Toys all around and gets a wash rag to play with, you guys. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe, ring that bell to see more of Little Buddha and the cute things he does throughout his day. Okay, we've got that written down. We'll put that up later. So we've got the abortion pill being manufacturing still happening, so that's good. Texas man accused of threatening to Maxine Waters 2 hours ago. The 60-year-old man from Houston, a voicemail for the Democratic lawmaker saying he would, oh my word, he would, quote, cut her throat or cut your throat. Dear Jesus. This is by Phil Hessel on the NBC app, Los Angeles. A Texas man who allegedly threatened to kill Democratic U.S. Representative Maxine Waters last year was indicted Friday by a federal grand jury in California, prosecutors said. Bill Michael Garrity of 60 was arrested last week, and a grand jury returned an indictment against him on 8 counts related to the threats. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles said in a statement. Attorneys listed in federal court records as representing The individual did not immediately respond to requests for comment Friday evening. The threats were made in four voicemails in August and November, all of which contained threats. Waters, Democrat, California, as serving her 16th term in the House of Representatives. This is why we need term limits, you guys. I love Auntie Maxine. I am a fan of her, but we need term limits, honestly. That's 30 years in the House, 32 years in the House at a 2-year service, like a 2-year term limit, or a 2-year term. Um, it's a lot. I don't think that people should be making lifelong careers out of serving in federal government and public service like that. I don't think it's beneficial. She's the House of Representatives, obviously. Um, in August, in August 8th voicemail, the individual allegedly said he would, what I mentioned a minute ago. I don't want to say it again. It's very graphic and vile. A special agent with the U.S. Capitol Police wrote in an affidavit filed in court as part of a criminal complaint. The individual made racial comments in some of his calls to Waters' office, in her Los Angeles County office. The Hathron is a city in Los Angeles area. According to the affidavit, Waters, as we know, is a black woman. He also left threatening voicemails at the offices of two other congresswomen of color. Notice how it was only the women he targeted. Vile fucking creature. I really hope that he truly, honestly goes to prison for this unspeakable behavior. Uh, this is absolutely appalling. Um, the other members of Congress are not named in the document. The charges announced by the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California um, pertains to the threats made to Waters individually, not the other lawmakers that were targeted by this individual. Um, he was indicted on 4 counts of making threats, um, interstate communications, and 4 counts of threatening a United States official. The office said the individual is free on bond in Texas. The U.S. Attorney's Office said an arraignment in California has not yet been scheduled. Um, Threats directed at members of Congress have been on the rise for years, but dipped slightly in 2022. Capitol Police have said that they investigate more than 7,500 threats or potential threats against lawmakers last year. In 2021, when the January 6th riot took place, uh, threat cases jumped to 9625. There were only 3939 in 2017. So we're jumping from in 2021, 9,625 to 7,500 this year versus the 3,939 in 2017. So you can see the large increase in the threats being made to members of Congress, generally speaking, from right wing extremists. That is absolutely horrible. So I'm glad that they are being held to account, and that's what's important here. Is even if the conviction doesn't, even if there isn't a conviction in it, the fact that the indictments have been brought speaks to the behavior and the legal threats of it. Let's see what else we can find. No, Buddha, you should not be chewing on that rag. You know that, right? That's that's something you're not supposed to be chewing on. You got it out of the clean clothes, and you should not be chewing on it, sir. No barking. I heard it. No barking. Hey, excuse me. I said no barking. Now stop it. Martin Lawrence receives a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I also heard that Jamie Foxx is in the hospital. We're praying for a speedy recovery for him. I have read that Rosie O'Donnell is apparently running her grill about Whoopi not wanting to speak about Cosby on the show. Um, so what else have I read? The Sun had an article about Whoopi screaming at people that I don't necessarily know that I believe is true, but just looking for something else to talk about real quick. Well, let's see who is this from? There is this is a View. Why am I getting ads on YouTube? Oh, because it wasn't on YouTube. That's probably
Folks,
why.
it's Friday.
There
And
we
the
go.
weekend is here, so while Rupert Murdoch writes out a nine-figure check, and Clarence Thomas plans his next unreported luxury trip, we present yet another installment of Joy's Band Book Club. This week's band book is called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by the late author, poet, and civil rights activist Maya Angelou. The celebrated memoir tells the story of the first 17 years of Angelou's life, presenting an honest and often heartbreaking account of the numerous challenges she faced, including sexual abuse and racism. First published in 1969, the book has faced dozens of challenges on white fans over the years, mostly for its unflinching depictions of abuse. Despite the thousands of survivors who've credited the memoir with helping them tell their own stories, others have attempted to ban it for being anti-white or encouraging homosexuality. And just last year, it was among 51 books placed under review by Oklahoma's Attorney General for violating state obscenity laws after
Ridiculous.
conservative groups complained about its content. Angelou passed away in 2014, but her remarkable debut remains as impactful and relevant as ever.
Right.
Enduring American tale of triumph over tragedy, as Angelou herself said, quote, I'm always sorry that people ban my books. Many times I've been called the most banned, and many times my books are banned by people who never read two sentences, unquote.
Right.
But our audience will get to read a lot more than two sentences because you're all going home with a copy of it.
Someday I'm gonna make it to the View, you guys. Someday I'm gonna make it there, and I'm gonna get to look upon these women's faces and be so super excited. I really enjoy this new segment that Joy is doing. I think it is a excellent way to point out the stupidity and the hypocrisy of the conservative right, the extremists in our country, who are really pulling out these culture war issues to divide us and to give us an us versus them mentality to ultimately retain power and roll back equality to a time to where only white cisgendered heterosexual Christian males had any authority and power in this country, and that is what they want. that is what their goal is. That is what their design is, and we have to be aware of that. We have to. Like it's getting to the point that um, if we continue to allow this to happen, good Lord, dude, get a toy. Here, get your Gumby that it fell out. Get your Gumby. Get it. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. The joys of dog ownership. Get Gumby and come up here. Oh, get Gumby and come up here. Here, I gotta get Gumby. I gotta get Gumby. Here you go. I gotta get Gumby. There you go, Gumby. Okay, we're going to get back to this game in just 1 second, guys. I lost my train of thought. Don't I hate that slobbery thing all over me? He loves to put it on me and it to be all slobbery and gross, but I really, really don't like it. I hope the sound is working on this. I guess I should check that out. I guess I should check that out. Okay, it is. Awesome. That's what I wanted to know. If you guys can actually hear me on the video, so I checked on the tablet. Well, I guess I do want to know if it is. Oh, yeah, you can hear it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay. We can turn that back off. Sound like you're going to break your teeth on that little dude. Goodness. Let's see.
One of the most prominent examples of someone pushing back against a reactionary agenda.
Ooh, Trump's legal advisors questioned by special counsel.
Not a lot of people can say
Let's
they have been
hear
in
what this is about.
circle from beginning to arraignment, but this guy has. His name?
I guess we can pull it up on the computer so you guys can actually hear it better. I might start using the desktop to go live. I think that it may work a little better and a little faster. So it's for some reason my stereo mix is not. I don't know why. So I don't understand why that's not working. So I'm just gonna end this one where it's at.